wait, why would I do that? Well, first of all, it's because I'm told to do so and because everybody else is doing it. I mean, women in my family have been dyeing their hair for as long as I can remember and are still doing it. And I always thought that as soon as I find some gray hair, I'm gonna dye it right away. I haven't done it yet at all, but it's coming up. But then again, I thought, like, and actually my boyfriend said that to me, like, why would I dye it? Okay, it's gray, but that's kind of natural. Everybody's having it. So why would you dye your hair? Because I'm not really a person who does everything everybody else is doing just because they are doing it. I want to question it. I want to make decisions that are good for myself and not because everybody else is taking the same decision. And also, I want to take choices and make decisions that are based on my personal beliefs and not on what the majority of people is doing.
Diversion. Man, having been unable to deal with death, misery, or ignorance, has thought to make himself happy by not thinking about it. Despite his afflictions, man wants to be happy. But how shall he go about it? The best thing would be to make himself immortal. But as he cannot do that, he has decided to stop thinking about it. We are running from death in every possible way, and we can be very creative. Work, possession, denial, drugs, leisure. Everything we do is connected to our fear of death.
So getting older basically means getting closer to death, and we don't want that. But this will happen, we have to face it. And yes, we have two options. We can face it and accept that we're gonna get old and eventually die, or we cannot accept it. If we accept it, well, it's always a good decision to accept something you just cannot avoid. And well, if we don't accept it, we're basically still gonna get old, still gonna have gray hair and die eventually. But we're also gonna hate ourselves in the process. And nobody wants that.
Ever wondered why we're always running so fast? Why everything is going faster and faster? I didn't even finish watching this video and I'm already looking for the next one. It's like we're addicted to movement. I'd rather die than be bored. But thanks God, I'm not the only one. Social media, antidepressants, parties. Each situation has its very own antidote, so I never have to be alone with myself, having bad thoughts. Everything goes so fast.
In the past and in some non-Western civilizations, to this day, women with silvering or gray hair are actually considered wise. I wonder what happened to this theory. I mean, this belief. Well, to be honest, I know what happened.
Anti-aging market is observed to be one of the rising markets in today's world and is expected to reach $331.41 billion by 2021. Of course, we're not talking just about gray hair. Beauty industry convinced us that aging naturally makes us unattractive, and now they're making tons of money thanks to age shaming and our self-hatred. And just to paint you a picture, in 1950, only about 7% of women colored their hair, but in 2015, it's up to about 75%. Men are not excluded. 18% of men color their hair according to the University of Copenhagen. And most of these people repeat the same process every 3 to 6 weeks. So a constant flow for beauty industry. Perfect. Some try to save money by coloring their hair at home. But that is not cheap either. In 2011, Americans spent $1.9 billion for at-home coloring, while the hair dyeing market altogether is expected to be worth $29.14 billion in 2019.
So it's not my idea, it's super expensive, and it takes a lot of time to do it. Plus, having gray hair right now, it's very trendy. Girls are coloring their hair actually in gray. And there are people who are not ashamed to be gray. And when I say people, I mean, look at him. This is Leo, he's gray and he's proud of it. So why should I color my hair?
A whole civilization brainwashed by the beauty industry. Not the most brilliant of all civilizations, are we? Unless we let them brainwash us. Because even if we're trying very hard not to think about our miserable status of mortal beings, every single sign of aging is like a giant sign saying, I'm getting closer to death. Every glimpse in the mirror then becomes like a shrink session where you have to admit your vulnerability. But this kind of internal dialogue takes time, and remember, I don't have time, everything goes fast down here. But dyeing hair, well, that takes up to 2 hours every 5 weeks, and normally I don't stop existing by the end of it. So, brainwash? Yes please, take it all! Feed me with teenage-looking 50-year-old models. Body shame me until I hate myself. It's not like I can truly be happy right now anyway, I've got too many things to do. I've been told I have up to 85 years to live. Then, who knows what will happen to me.